stepped back to assess her new brand as ever. She's previously hinted she might never restock her jam because the first batch sold out within 45 minutes. Now, the first batch was, 60 jars?
Meghanmarkle's as ever jam empire, once heralded as her triumphant leap into the wellness elite, has been spectacularly banned from a prestigious Los Angeles eatery, all thanks to a single, scathing comment from the culinary titan Gordon Ramsay. Picture this: the Duchess of Drama's carefully crafted raspberry spread, with its pastel labels and organic buzzwords, meets Ramsay's unforgiving palate, and the result is a public takedown so brutal it's echoed across the globe.
But stepping back from a brand that you've only just launched suggests to me it's not been as successful as someone might have hoped. Let's talk to royal biographer of her husband, Princeharry, Angela Levin. A very, very good...
This isn't just a food flop, it is a royal disgrace that has turned her latest reinvention into a punchline. Let's set the scene. Meghan launched as ever with grand promises, hinting she might never restock her jam after the first batch, supposedly just 60 jars, sold out in 45 minutes. It was meant to be her proud culinary moment, a sleek product gracing the tables of an upscale Los Angeles restaurant, signaling a fresh start away from her controversial royal exit. But that dream crumbled in one searing moment when Ramsay, the world-renowned chef with a nose for nonsense, took a bite. Eyewitnesses say the room fell silent as he pushed the plate away, spat out the spread, and boomed, "This isn't food."
Success that she's already having to step back a bit. The reality is, this has been an absolute joke of a brand, hasn't it?
Absolutely. I completely agree with you. I was told by somebody they were only putting out 10 jars. So, of course, it would all go because I think she sold them to her friends.
It is a crime against fruit, unfit for a dog's breakfast. Those words, now viral with wildfire speed, have become the dagger in the heart of her brand. The critique wasn't gentle. Ramsay slammed the texture as slimy, the flavor as overprocessed, and the concept as pretentious nonsense, a character judgment that cut deeper than the jam itself. This wasn't a private tasting gone awry. It unfolded in a packed dining area, with diners watching in stunned silence. One guest whispered it tasted like chemicals mixed with cough syrup, while others quietly pushed their scones aside, requesting replacements. Ramsay's face reportedly turned red with fury, his rant exposing the polished marketing as a hollow shell.
Told it to her friends. I think they all thought she sent it to them. They had no choice.
Yeah. Well, whatever way it was. So it's been a disaster. And one of the disasters was the packing, which she spent day after day, so she said, poor thing, packing it up the right way and the right colour. And it's cost an absolute fortune. So the whole thing has been a disaster.
For a brand banking on authenticity, this was a public execution, and the internet wasted no time piling on. Within hours, a clip of Ramsay's tirade racked up over 2 million views on social media. Twitter lit up with glee. Gordon Ramsay just did what we have all wanted. Call out Meghan's overpriced nonsense. One user posted. Another quipped, "Finally, someone with real taste is speaking the truth." Hashtags like Jamgate and Ramsay's Meghan trended, memes flooded in, and the soft launch spiraled into a PR disaster of international proportions. Behind the scenes, Meghan's team scrambled, reportedly contacting the restaurant to yank the jam from the menu and silence any statements. But the damage was done. The eatery discreetly pulled the product, with sources confirming no future partnership, and Meghan's camp floated a flimsy excuse about improper storage. A cover story chefs dismissed as laughable. The fallout grew as food critics and culinary insiders joined the fray.
That's been a spectacular success, hasn't it? And I know there are quite a lot, I certainly did, but they did a lot of very nice tarts that were sold in my local supermarket. They're absolutely top-notch. But there was some talk that she apparently was the view, I mean, she's got some podcast that's already finished where it's sort of like women found, I mean, I don't bother learning the names of these things because they never last that long. But
renowned chef Thomas Keller reportedly quipped privately, "If she is selling that as premium, we should all start bottling ketchup." The consensus, Meghan's jam fiasco reignited doubts about her ventures, podcasts, Netflix flops, and now this, suggesting a pattern of surface level sparkle with no substance. Ramsay's blunt reaction cracked open a deeper question. Is she offering value or merely slapping her name on products, banking on the Markle mystique? The as-ever brand, meant to embody a clean, wellness-driven image, now stands tainted. Its ethos shredded by a chef who sees through the artifice. The climax hit with the ban. The Los Angeles restaurant, once proud to feature Meghan's jam, issued a quiet but firm decision to remove it entirely, citing quality concerns post-Ramsay.
To share it or buy part of it because they didn't think it was any good. So that's why they're not doing it.
They didn't want to be associated with the brand. She said, but didn't she reckon that she, apparently, friends are saying, she expected to, wants to become a billionaire. She wants to make serious money and, and be this successful entrepreneur. But
this wasn't just a bruise, it was a knockout blow. Insiders close to the royal family reveal the incident reached palace ears, sparking chuckles among her former in-laws, who see it as karmic justice after the chaos she caused. Royal biographer Angela Levin, speaking on the matter, didn't mince words. This has been an absolute joke of a brand. The timing couldn't be worse, with Meghan seeking to rebuild bridges through diplomacy, only to find herself once again the butt of the joke. Ramsay, true to form, doubled down when asked if he regretted his words. Absolutely not, he declared. I would rather eat out of a bin than touch that jam again. He went further, insisting celebrity food must meet real standards, not lean on royal fantasy, a jab that resonated with the public tired of privilege masquerading as talent.
Absolutely appalling, and it was about 2 sentences on each page. Let me read you the next thing.
Okay.
However, she might really move on and explore the category of fashion on a later date. I think it is an interesting place for me.
Meghan's team is now left scrambling, debating whether to rebrand, defend, or abandon ship. Early reports suggest stockists are reconsidering as ever products, and her dreams of food partnerships and cookbooks are fading fast. This jam debacle, like her acting career and royal stint, risks being another failed reinvention, exposed not by tabloids, but by a chef's unfiltered honesty. So, what does this mean? Meghan's credibility hangs by a thread. The ban isn't just about jam, it is about trust. If she can't deliver something as basic as a fruit spread, how can consumers believe in her broader brand? The royal family's amusement underscores a growing disconnect, with insiders hinting at a palace view that her ventures are more about ego than enterprise. Polls suggest public faith in her authenticity is waning, and Hollywood partners may think twice before aligning with a PR hazard. This incident has also sparked debates across the Commonwealth, with some questioning the wisdom of her post-royal ventures, further eroding her carefully curated image. What do we do with this mess? If you are fed up with the endless reinventions, the hollow branding, and the erosion of trust, it is time to speak out. Share your thoughts, join the debate, and let us demand substance over style from public figures. Meghan's as ever ban, sparked by Gordon Ramsay's damning comment, isn't just a culinary failure. It is a mirror held up to a legacy built on illusion. As the laughter echoes, one thing is clear: in the kitchen of truth, even a duchess can't cook her way out of this one. Let us delve deeper into the ramifications. The ban has reverberations beyond the dining table, igniting discussions in royal circles and among her former allies. In Canada, where the couple once sought refuge, public sentiment has soured, with some calling for a reassessment of her influence. The incident has also prompted a closer look at her business acumen, with analysts questioning whether her ventures are sustainable or merely vanity projects. Buckingham Palace's silence, while strategic, hints at a deliberate distancing, a move that could signal a permanent rift with the royal establishment. Historians may one day view this as a pivotal moment, where Meghan's overreach met an unyielding reality check from a chef who brooks no nonsense. Moreover, the culinary world's reaction has been swift and unforgiving. Chefs across the UK and US have weighed in, with some suggesting Meghan's jam debacle could deter other celebrities from entering the food space without proper credentials. The ban has also fueled a cultural narrative about authenticity, with consumers increasingly skeptical of celebritinders' products that lack genuine quality. For Meghan, the stakes are higher than ever, as each misstep chips away at the goodwill she once enjoyed, leaving her to navigate a landscape where reputation is everything and her latest offering has been deemed unfit even for a dog's breakfast. In conclusion, this saga transcends a single banned product. It is a clash between image and integrity, a reminder that no amount of branding can mask a lack of substance. Meghan may persist in her quest for reinvention, but Ramsay's verdict has set a precedent that could haunt her future endeavors. As the public debates her next move, the call for accountability grows louder. Join the conversation, share your perspective, and let us hold those in the public eye to a standard of truth. In this royal drama, the kitchen has spoken and the verdict is final.